In this video, I just want to go over a couple tips when you're figuring out which outdoor unit you want to purchase or where the location might be. If you are getting close to like a saltwater area, ocean, anything like that, that you basically want to keep in mind that these coils with the salt in the air can start to corrode. You can see right here, this is basically you just touch it and it starts to fall apart. They do make these coils with like a protective coating. Usually it costs a little bit more, but it usually is an option. Most manufacturers, I think, have an option. It will help with the situation. Another thing to kind of think about is if you are in an area that has like a lot of chemicals in the air, that can also, like next to like a manufacturer plant, or you have an exhaust or something like that shooting next to this coil, that can also start to wear a hole into these coils. I'll kind of take you over here on a couple more that I have. Doing something very similar because I have salt water within a quarter mile of this location. And these units are pretty old, but you can see this right here, they're all falling apart, and you can actually see right here like the aluminum fins have actually completely corroded off going down this area. As this gets worse and worse, you'll start to really affect the pressures of the system, and you're going to have a lot more service calls. And there's really, once it gets to this point, there's nothing you can really do other than, I mean, you could technically replace just the coil, but that can be pretty costly. Realistically, you're going to be probably replacing your system once it gets to this point. Another thing I've seen these aluminum coils start to corrode, some like veterinary clinics or even at people's houses that have a dog, typically a male dog, that will just lift his leg and pee on the coil like every time it goes out. So I've seen one that literally had this huge circle completely corroded. It was completely bare copper. All the fins were completely gone. So that's another thing I always tell people anytime I see one of these and people have dogs or pets, I just kind of bring it up, that could be an issue. Same example at a veterinary clinic. I ran into something very similar where they'd let the dogs out and play in this one little area and they just completely destroyed a coil. Just one last one over here. I got this unit doing the exact same thing. You can see that going down this whole thing all the way down, it's just corroded. And it's basically just that salt in the air. You got a nice windy day, it's just coating this coil in aluminum, and salt just don't mix well. So just an extra thing to think about for those of you that are living on a coast or have pets or have anything with chemical in the air around you, stuff like that. Just want to give out that tip. Something that I see, not all the time, but I definitely see it, being as I live next to salt water. So I see it quite often. But yeah, if you're getting something like this, it might be worth bringing up or installing an outdoor unit that has the coils coated or sealed just to protect it and have it last a little bit longer. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Feel free, any of you guys in the trade, to add any tips to that as well, or any other maybe examples of stuff you've seen when you've been out in the field. All right, thanks.